Deutschlandfunk. Corso. Kunst und Pop.
The idea of Gorillaz was actually really the perfect diverse band, right? That's how it was designed. So do you think in that sense it goes together with current politics, or is that something you'd rather not worry about?
It is what it is. I mean, this is the thing, your politics have to be emotional for it to work in music. The emotion has to be more important than the actual politics. So protest music or political music only really works when somehow there's this strange alchemy where is it a love song or is it a song about politics? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because politics isn't love. It's not. None of us are in love with politics. We're interested. It's fascinating. It's cerebral. It's a study of the human condition, but it's not love. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? And if it does become love, well, then it's not politics any longer. So this is what I mean. It's love. Mm-hmm. Which is different.
In your lyrics, it's pretty hard to have a cartoon band when you have a cartoon president in America. I mean, you can't get any more cartoonish than he is. Talking which, there's a lot of American references. Can we extrapolate from that to the world going crazy with America being at the heart of the craziness?
I think we're all at the heart of the craziness. I think the internet is at the heart of the craziness.
The experiment of social media.
Yeah, the experiment. Yes, another human experiment. And like all experiments, it takes a long time to get them right because you don't know what the results will be. It's what you don't know that helps you learn, So it's a case of learning from this social experiment and also not allowing it to turn into populism.
Yeah.
That's the danger that we face at the moment. So populism is very dangerous in context of democracy because democracy requires everyone to have an equal perception and education, but that isn't the case. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately the failure of that promotes the perpetuation of the thing that made it fail, which is lack of sort of wokeness.
To think of you, and I thought, wonder what he's thinking about that. When I heard about what's going on in Mali now, that it's become such a hotbed for militant Islamists.
I've heard even the British have gone over there now.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man, that's
exactly.
mind blowing.
So you were just, what was it like, 14 years ago, or how long?
Well, I was there. I was working there at the beginning of this year. Yeah, I'm doing a big thing on Mali next year in France. Really big with the film director Abraham Sissoko, who's a Malian who lives in Mauritania.
So how do you deal with the danger that's there?
To be honest with you, it's in one part of the country. It's not to date, touch wood, it's not too virulent in Bamako, which is where I spend most of my time when I'm in Mali. Because I've begun to slowly learn the language, the Bamana language, which is very rewarding when you get there, but really hard to learn here because it's so, I've just got my one Malian teacher and that's it. I don't know.
And have you got proper friends over there?
Yeah, absolutely, of course, yeah. I have a Malian name. My name's Makanjan Kamasoko. Makanjan, yeah. I was given that name in a ceremony. It means it's to do with kind of struggling. It's a struggle and power name. Kamasoko, one of the early griot families at the beginning of the Mande Empire, during the period of Sunjata, the Emperor Sunjata. So it's very old, sort of in the griot, in the Jili.
So you got given that name, or did you choose it?
No, I was given it. No. It's an enormous.
That's an honor.
Honor to be given. Listen, to be honest with you, that is partly the reason why I sort of changed what had been a very quite militant stance on receiving anything like that, because I then subsequently got an OBE, which was something I'd never, ever have dreamt of doing, to be honest with you. I mean, I've been really honest with you here. It's always in my family, maybe connected to the conscientious objectors in the family, and just the general politics in the family sort of prohibited that sort of behaviour, literally. But then when I was so sort of humbled by this whole ceremony and what it means, and the warmth and the sincerity of the people that bestowed it upon me, and my commitment and love to that country, it felt very, very, very uncomfortable for me as a person to then turn around and say, no, I don't want.
Turn down your own country.
Yeah, which is ridiculous, because I love my country as well. And this comes back to isolationism, comes back to everything. It comes back to this idea that it's okay to love many things and learn and embrace. You don't have to be limited to your own, be woke, man.
Yeah, it's funny. When I see someone like Ray Davies being knighted or whatever, to me it's almost like that's the proof that he's proper working class, because a working class person would never turn that down.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
It's a very snobbish middle class thing too.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm glad I did, because I got to meet William, who was very, very nice to me, and told me that he was that he listened to my music and it meant something to him, and that part of his childhood was connected to it. So that was very nice. I didn't expect it, because you're in a line of 200 people and you just have your minute and a half with the royal. And we said he was very genuine I felt he was very genuine. So. And I enjoyed the whole thing, and the people that work at the Buckingham Palace, a lot of them came from Leytonstone, where I grew up in London, the working class people, because I understand this whole idea of it just being this aristocratic, the machinery that is the royal family works with a lot of different people.
So like a band.
It's like a band, yeah. They're like Queen, basically. They are Queen.
And the other thing that I wanted to say is, because we're up here, it's obviously the other thing where I really had to think of you was Grenfell, because yeah.
Well, you can just see it just over there. Yeah, the one in scaffolding. That's Grenfell Tower.
Yeah. And I mean, loving your country and everything, but this sort of thing that's going on, it's become a really harsh place. I mean, I've been living here for 21 years now, and apart from them royally fucking me over with the Brexit referendum.
Yeah, I know, but don't worry, we're coming back. We're coming back to.
Are we? I hope so.
Yeah. Got Soros now. In the 80s, we had Rock Against Racism.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Exactly. Well, thanks very much.